Coming up on Look Today, well, students all throughout our region participated in a walkout this morning to honor the students that were murdered in Florida. I've got details. And business leaders in our community met with SEDC officials today and took an amazing tour. More on that coming up. Plus, Saratoga Springs Housing Authority is preparing to build workforce housing right behind the Stonequest Apartments in Saratoga. I've got those details. All ahead on Look Today. Welcome everyone, I'm Jay Hoy Jackson and this is Look Today. On tonight's program, I sit down with Chad Rabinovitz. He's producing Artistic Director, Adirondack Theater Festival. And he's here to discuss exciting upcoming 2018 season. An appeal behind the curtain, by the way. Plus, I also sit down with none other than Chuck Voskanian, President, Rockmont Record Club. And he's here to talk about the club's next presentation. You're going to love this one, Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young's Deja Vu. Plus, we've got your weather for the Tri-North counties, but first, these headline stories. Well, in our lead story, all across the nation, all across our region, high school students participated in a walkout this morning. Now, students all over walked out of school and stood in silence for 17 minutes to honor and remember the 17 victims of the most recent school shooting in Florida. Now, most of the schools in our region closed their campuses off to the public and the press. They cited for safety reasons. However, we were at Saratoga Central Catholic School and we spoke to one of the students, Megan Schmid.
Today, it was the 1 month anniversary of what happened in Florida with the shooting and the 17 kids that died. So we wanted to, including all the other schools across the nation, we wanted to remember who died and we wanted to stand up for them and show that we're there for their families and for their friends who are going through a hard time right now.
And all of us here at Look Media would like to honor all the students who participated this morning in that walkout. In other news, business leaders in our community met with SEDC officials today, and they took a tour of a company called CREATACOR in Clifton Park. Wait for this. This is the first of a series of CEO tours in which business leaders will have the opportunity to interact with one another and also tour the industries that are primarily responsible for economic growth in our region. When we spoke to Dennis Brobson, he's the president of SEDC, about the importance of these tours.
Well, this is our first CEO get-together, and our big purpose was to make sure that the conversation starts and continues and finds the right people. So today we had a discussion on workforce development, some of the issues that people are facing, and from not having enough people to making sure they have people that can pass drug tests and show up for work, all those different things. But we also found that there's a lack of understanding of what the programs are that are out there and who helps whom.
Well, it's a terrific idea, and we're going to be covering a lot of these tours in the months to come. Switching from news to weather, we can expect a few flurries of snow. I can't believe it. Temperatures are hanging in the 30s. Let's see how the week is shaping up. For a more detailed look at our weather, let's head to the Glens Falls Weather Center for a look at your first forecast.
Thank you, Jesse. I'm meteorologist Clarence Ponster with your first look weather update here on Look TV. Let's take a look. We currently have low pressure that was once our third nor'easter in the last couple of weeks exiting the area. Still have this trough for the overnight hours. It's going to be pretty cold into the evening with temperatures into the mid to upper 20s regionally, maybe 30s along the I-95 corridor. Across the Capital District will be mid to upper 20s with some snow showers early. Don't be surprised to potentially see about an inch or so accumulation. West winds at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Cloudy skies, mid to upper 30s with that west wind out the door. Still bundle up. Wind chills will be near 20. Cloudy skies, upper 20s actual air temps. We'll see lower 30s heading into the weekend with mid 30s heading into Sunday and overnight lows down into the mid-teens with plenty of sunshine for Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. That was your weather update here on First Look Weather. I'm meteorologist Clarence Ponster. Now send it back to you, Jesse.
Thank you, Clarence. Back to the news. Well, Saratoga Springs Housing Authority is preparing to build over 80 or two-bedroom apartments behind Stonecrest Apartments in Saratoga Springs. Now, the apartment units will be geared towards young professionals, and the rents will be based in part on their income. Well, we spoke to Paul Feldman. He's Executive Director of the Saratoga Springs Housing Authority.
Well, we've started the process already. The first thing we wanted to do is to get input from stakeholders in the area. Obviously, residents here at Stonecrest, this will be right in their backyard. And then we have neighbors surrounding the property also that this would have a direct impact on.
Up next, I sit down with Chad Rabinovitz. He's producing artistic director, Adirondack Theater Festival in Glens Falls. He's here to discuss the exciting upcoming 2018 season and a peel behind the curtains of the first two. Plus, I also sit down with none other than Chuck Vaskanyan, president of the Rockmon Record Club. And he's here to talk about the club's next presentation at Cafe Lena, featuring Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Young's Deja Vu. But first, if you've seen who's happening, you want to share a story idea, how about join us for an interview? Then give us a call on the hotline. The number is 798-8000. Well, that's all the time we have for this edition of Look Today. Just a couple of lookouts tonight. The first one, really, again, to all the students that participated in the walkout this morning. I just really want to honor you. I've said this many times, pretty much not since my generation, has youth really just said, hey, wait a minute, we want to be heard, and we would like our opinions known, and we would like to affect change. And anybody out there, like us, wants to support those initiatives. And by the way, we have students coming in from Greenwich High School and Saratoga High School to discuss their feelings. The second lookout goes to the SEDC in Saratoga. They started this wonderful program where they're touring a lot of the economic drivers in our region. And we here in the next months will be dedicating a lot of our programming to the topic of economic growth and also a lot of public affairs programming as well. We realize that that's what we're known for, and that's what we're going to focus on. All right, tonight on Look TV, case in point, Saratoga Springs City Council meeting. And don't forget, tune in tomorrow night for the stories that matter to you. Good night, everyone.